Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. White is out there with Big Dog, and it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. And for the Wizards, they've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Koulibaly. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Champagnie in at the 4. And as a coach, Stan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotations. Who's going to start? Who's going to come off the bench? Which groups work well together? It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one falls for Middleton. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Tatum, that's good.
Yeah, the closer Tatum gets, the easier it is for him. His touch is just so good.
Here's Poole. And Boston with the rebound. They are coming into this having not to win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
Yeah, and what the heck were you supposed to do to stop them? Bucket after bucket from deep. White is showing.
Here's Poole after the made shot from Big Dog. And a wide open look for Sarr. Off target from three-point range. White drives in, and White slams it in.
Cunning drive by White. He saw a hole and took advantage.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Poole, the pass to Champagnie. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Now, here's Poole. Middleton on the wing. The 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hand.
Right, the pass to Earl. Count it, good. And it's 6 points for Big Dog.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Chatted with Brian Keefe. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this, and one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
Washington basketball.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Here's Shaw. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Porzingis passes to Earl. From down in the low post, it goes. Earl's got 8.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Champagnie. Out to the wing. Poole with no one around. Offline with his 3. Celtics leading by 4. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And the Wizards with possession after the miss from Big Dog. Coulibaly, no good.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Exploding off the floor. Give Tatum room, and he will show off his athleticism at your expense.
Here's Shaw. He can't get that one. Nice D from Porzingis. The Celtics have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. Down low. From 10 feet out. Rebound by the Wizards. Middleton outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 9.
And when it comes off the hands of a shooter like Middleton, there's just something so pretty and fluid about the pull-up.
Earl, good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to Champagnie. There's the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum is good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Some changes for Boston. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Holiday comes in for White, and it's Pritchard in for Big Dog. For 3, Middleton, and he's good on the 3 ball. Middleton's got 12 in the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Brown, and he banks in the layup.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Wizards trail by 6. Pass to Sarr. Smart wide open, he fires. They get the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Middleton's gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. And Holiday kicks to Brown. Back to Holiday. The rebound by Malcolm Brogdon.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And it's sent back by Horford.
The veteran defensive instincts of Horford. He knew that shot was coming and gets there for the block.
The three from Tatum. The rebound by Brogdon. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 4. They double him with Horford. Outside to Brogdon. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, it's much easier to space the floor when you have effective shooters like Brogdon on your roster.
Middleton against Brown. Now the pass to Pritchard. Tatum finds Horford. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
.103 left in the first quarter. Now here's Kispert, guarded by Tatum. 4 on the shot clock. Middleton can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Got that one up quick. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor.
Champagne's checked in, and Poole subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. The Celtics also changing it up. Kate is checked in, and it's wide in for Drew Holiday. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
They've got Saw. Jordan Poole is out there with Smart. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Here's Champagnie. Smart on the wing. And again, Washington no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And the technical free throw is good. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Who's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Now, here's Brown. 6 points for him. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
They're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Free throw good from Brown. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And Brown drops them both.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Right the pass to Earl. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now, Poole. He's got 6.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside Tatum. He kicks it to White. On the wing, Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Earl's shot is good.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
For Washington, Jordan Poole. 1 shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. Lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions. Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really helped.
Outside, Smart shoots the 3, drills the 3-pointer. Smart's got himself going there, his first points of the game in the deep ball.
Well, working without the ball. Smart can play the 1. He can also shift over and be a catch-and-shoot guy.
Brown the pass to Earl. Tries again. Rebound, Washington. Poole with it. 7 points in the game. Middleton for 3. Rebound, Boston. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Earl. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Earl's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Washington calls timeout. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Good work there as it goes.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Right at the free throw line. And it's Carrington missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Middleton against White. Middleton can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 10.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Tatum passes to Earl. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
The Celtics shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's Middleton. Pulled the shot a little late, but the bounce goes his way. Middleton's got 16 points.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Here's Earl. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 8th assist in the game.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Carrington. No scoring in this one. And stolen by White. Pass to Earl. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 16.
You know, Derek White is what you call a combo guard. He can play on or off the ball. There we saw his passing ability. Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Inside. Here's Earl. Good work defensively by Smart.
Well, the defense shut that lane down quickly. That's the kind of effort you need to see.
The Wizards with another miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Earl can't get it to go. Here's Carrington. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Boston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Big Dog has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, they've been calling his number a lot, and he's been rewarding their trust.
On the floor for Boston. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Earl in at the point. Here's Earl following the basket by Chris Middleton. Here's Tatum. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Tatum's got 8 points.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Here's Sarr. Hasn't made one yet.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Here's Poole. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket.
He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
White the pass to Earl. It's rebounded by Poole.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Pass to Coulibaly. White against Poole. Back to Coulibaly. No good on the triple.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And that one is good. And the Celtics lead by 20.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Right wing. Here's Champagnie. Connects from three-point range. 7 points in the game.
Smart read by Poole there. Noticing the overcommitment and making the D pay.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percent. Changes for Boston.
On the court.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. White comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's Big Dog in for Pritchard.
Well, he's a competitive guard who plays with a real edge. Smart helps set the tone for the attitude of this team.
Pass to Cornett. And stolen by Song. Middleton looking it over. Passes to Poole. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Poole's got 9.
The more effective Poole is inside, the more headaches he causes for the defense.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
A moment now to see the numbers for Jaylen Brown. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 23 points a game last year, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
The shot, no good. 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Again, the miss by Poole. Celtics leading by 23. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Here's Earl. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Alex Song. Celtics have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. No good on that one.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
That one is no good. White against Poole. To the paint.
Boston foul. Luke Cornett. Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
The Wizards have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
Wizards basketball.
And so it's Boston cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Malcolm Brogdon, also Jordan Poole out there. Chris Middleton is out there with Song. And it's Champagnie in at power forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Celtics leading by 22. Porzingis passes to Earl. Lays it up and banks it in. Earl's got 28 points for the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Wizards making a switch here. Koulibaly's checked in. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Boston. A three off the inbound. Here's Koulibaly.
And dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Corey Kispert's checked in for Saul. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
Washington basketball. Substitution on the court.
The Wizards shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game from Derek White.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Earl. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching.